Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. I am back again with another video this afternoon, and unfortunately I am still not on camera, but I'll make it up to you tomorrow. All the content that I'm going to upload tomorrow, I will be on camera. But there's something interesting that I want us to look at. Well, there is a faction, the breakaway faction from Afriforum, and on your screen is the leader of that faction, the breakaway baby that is leaving Afriforum. They are not happy with the way things are done in Afriforum. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read the caption that was put by the person who shared this video on X. But also what I'm going to show you, I want to show you how this same guy is trying to tarnish the image of Nelson Mandela. Like, child, what are you even talking about? They're trying to make it what is not. Before you say I'm making this stuff up, I'm going to allow you to watch that video just in a few minutes. Also, what you're going to be seeing, I want to read to you what Volkstaat posted on X. Now, when you see such things, you begin to see the bigger agenda of Afriforum. These people have an agenda, and it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer each day as you reach such things. So before I waste much of your time, I would like to first to watch a clip that introduces you to the breakaway baby from Afriforum and what their grievances are in Afriforum. I'll do that by reading the caption that accompanied this post that had this video in a moment. And then after that, I'll allow you to watch the video that seeks to tarnish the image of Nelson Mandela, according to me. And then after that, we'll be reading what Volkstaat posted. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of this gorgeous country of ours.
I need you to join this initiative by becoming a contributor. We will not have a call center, and we have no intention of calling you except when you want us to call you. You can contribute with a click of a button, and you will be able to stop your contribution with the click of a button. Becoming a contributor will also provide you with the opportunity to contribute to the discussion about the crises that we want to prevent and the solutions that we want to pursue, to the extent that you want to become more actively involved. If you are hesitant, I would encourage you to sign up for just 1 year, which could be cancelled at any time. I am already convinced that within this first year, we will start to deliver on the things that I have mentioned, and that you will have the assurance that your contribution is put to good use.
As I read to you the caption that accompanied the video that you just watched, Ernst Roets and Kallie Kriel are prominent figures in Afriforum, an organization that advocates for the rights of European settlers in South Africa who refer to themselves as Afrikaners. Their differing approaches and visions for the organization led to internal tensions culminating in Roets leaving Afriforum to establish the Pioneer Initiative. That's when you see that factions are everywhere in anything that looks like an organization. So Ernst has left. So in his leaving, he has started criticizing Kallie Kriel. So I'm happy that this is happening. Maybe it will dismantle the madness that is happening within Afriforum, because what are you talking about? Even if they want that they to live alone all by themselves and to have no multiracial community, which they are against. I'm going to read this to you. It's not coming from me. I'm still going to read that. I couldn't believe. I was like, my goodness, there are people who think like this. What is going on? I'm so happy, because even if they want that, they are supposed to use a different approach, something that I don't even see if it will flourish in this country that we live in. They were not supposed to want to drag the country down the drain in order to achieve that. Anyway, let us continue reading. Roets has since taken aim at Kallie Kriel-led Afriforum, criticizing its operational methods. He highlighted that the Pioneer Initiative will not employ a call center to solicit donations, contrasting it with Afriforum's Orania-based call center, which has been described as aggressive in its approach, often harassing individuals for contributions. Roets also emphasized that the Pioneer Initiative will simplify the process of cancelling recurring donations, allowing supporters to do so with just a click button or just a click of a button. Sorry guys, with just a click of a button. This stands in stark contrast to Afriforum, which has faced complaints for making it difficult for donors to cancel their subscription. The tension between Afriforum and the Pioneer Initiative are significant. Roets, who holds a doctorate from the University of Pretoria, has openly expressed his disdain for Kriel, a former teacher who he considers less intellectually capable. Roets appears determined to undermine Afriforum and seek revenge against his longtime rival Kriel. So, I have no words, but the words that I can tell you is that I'm glad this is shaking Afriforum a bit, though I still believe that even their Pioneer Initiative is the mini Afriforum itself. So because of these guys' utterances, the things that he's been saying all around the world, talking about things that are non-existent. So the one that also upset me is the one when he was trying to tarnish the image of Nelson Mandela. So what are you talking? Even the government that we are talking about that they were trying to topple was not even a good government. It's government that was oppressive, the government that was not considering black people as humans, ill-treating black people. Imagine the life that was lived during that time. Imagine. And you want to come and try and beautify it, because this is that was the attempt. That was an attempt to evilize the struggles of our leaders of that time, their leader who is Nelson Mandela, and now you're trying to make it look like they were trying to topple the good government of that time. Like, why are you saying these things?
Most Americans, I don't think, had any idea. Like, what was Nelson Mandela on Robben Island for? What was he in prison for? For being black, or was there another reason?
Well, literally, so I have children, and they are taught in schools, and the government prescribes what children should learn in history. And so the official version is he went to prison because he was a good leader, and the government didn't like that. I should say that he certainly was the best that the ANC has ever had to offer. But the reason why he went to prison is because they started MCKENZIE, which was the military wing of the ANC, which became involved with military actions in South Africa with an attempt to overthrow the government. So they had this operation when they started, which was used in the Rivonia trial against Nelson Mandela. It was a strategy called Operation MANYI, and the slogan of this operation was, "Shamelessly we shall attack the weak, and shamelessly we shall flee from the strong."
Pretty noble policy statement there. Will attack the weak and flee from the strong.
Yeah, and it's still on their website. You can find it.
It takes the highest level of paranoia. I don't know what to call this, to be saying the things that this guy is saying. I think his hatred for Kallie Kriel is blinding him now, because you cannot be going out there saying such things because you are fighting with somebody, trying to prove a point, trying to do what to undermine them. So I saw this post by Volkstaat. Guys, U.S. government funding the establishment of the Afrikaner state, Volkstaat. Recent developments in Washington, where President Trump offered refugee status to oppressed Afrikaners, have been met with much interest from Volkstaaters, and other Afrikaners. There is something like that in this South Africa. These people that still enjoying so much privilege in this country, they are still not satisfied. They want this. The only thing that we currently have in South Africa is the freedom of speech, of movement, and religion. Financially, we are still in bondage. Hey, guys, please. The consensus within the Afrikaner community is help us here rather than ship us to America. This has caused a shift in focus from aiding potential Afrikaner refugees to viewing the creation of the Volkstaat as a better solution. Oh my word. Many Americans, including officials, admit that their country played a pivotal role in installing the government or the communist ANC government and creating the mess we have now in South Africa today. So what was supposed to happen? Because if we didn't have the ANC, nothing would have changed. We're still believing in apartheid. This is when people in South Africa say, people like Afriforum and these Volkstaaters and your pioneer, whatever, people say they still miss the onions of apartheid. They wish we could go back there, and it shall never happen. It shall never happen. They better move with the times. And they continue to say, sweeping reforms and policy changes by the SA government will never resolve any long-term survival guarantee of the Afrikaner. Only a Volkstaat can do that. Imagine, guys, the nerve. Afrikaners are proud people and are not beggars, but when help is offered from a world power, it is foolish not to embrace it with gratitude. Yeah, guys, I'm still there. Only Volkstaat can do that. Sweeping reforms and policy changes by the South African government will never solve any long-term survival guarantees for the Afrikaner. Only a Volkstaat can do that. They want that. They want where they can govern themselves. Whatever they do against the people in there, nobody can hold them accountable, because they are missing those times. They are suffering from something I don't know, because that can never come back. It can never come back. Afrikaners have a constitutional right and moral duty to establish a Volkstaat. Unfortunately, with this comes the challenge of building almost all the infrastructure from scratch: harbors, airports, roads, schools, hey guys, hospitals, etc. Americans should view funding the Volkstaat as an investment into their own future, building a new ally and creating a balance of power in the Southern African subcontinent. This must never be allowed. This must never be allowed. And maybe there should come a time whereby the people who are pushing for this need to be arrested. Because what are you talking? What are you talking? They are openly calling for racism. That's what is happening. That is what is happening. They miss the times when our grandmas and our mothers used to work for them, living in their back rooms, in small rooms. Sarah this, Sarah that, Sarah this, Sarah that, until the AMs. They come back with a pile of dishes in the kitchen with no respect and ill treatment. No, it shall not happen. Not on our watch. It shall not happen. Where was I? Unfortunately, this comes Americans should view this all in creating their balance of power in the Southern African continent. Sorry, guys, I do this sometimes and sort of put the information twice. There is this part that got me, like, you know, this part that I'm about to read, this one got me. No ethnic group can exist forever without territory in which it can propagate, protect, and promote its kind. A multiracial society violates every natural law for the preservation of the species. Guys. A multiracial society. Oh, is it English? Am I not understanding what is going on here? Am I not understanding? A multiracial society violates every natural law for the preservation of the species. Guys, guys, these people miss racism. These people miss apartheid. These people don't like where we are today. So I had to go and read their bio on X. For start, Political Action Committee for U.S. support for the establishment of the Afrikaner Volkstaat and relocation of Afrikaner refugees. PayPal. There's a story that I saw also about PayPal and Elon Musk and other white supremacists that are involved in this PayPal thing. That was a story that I just read the whole thing. Like, yeah, guys, there is a lot out there that is happening. So this is what they stand for. This is what they're actually looking for by turning South Africa upside down with all the lies, getting the support of America, using Elon Musk was also involved in that PayPal story that I saw, which involves white supremacists and all of that. So it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess by the people who are feeling nostalgic a bit. Oh, they are reminiscing about the good old days of apartheid that will never return. They need to watch the news, bring out the archives and do whatever so that they can feel good. That will never return. This is what they are actually fighting for. And now when America says, come off here and build fishes, no. Okay, we're giving you citizenship. No, because this is what they want. This is what they want. Anyway, guys, this is just my views. You're allowed to disagree with me in the comment section. And tomorrow, I'm going to be on camera when I'm sharing my new content for tomorrow. Guys, my sincere apologies. I'll make it up to you tomorrow. Do have a lovely night.